I don't know who runs this Age of Shitlord site, but they're fucking brilliant. This is a post that I meant to get round to, but I just didn't have time. And now it's just the most beautiful thing in the world. Men who accuse Gamergate of misogyny. Where are they now? Brackets, in jail. So, first of all, you have Matt Hinkey. Hinkey was an anti-Gamergate journalist who accused the movement of being future rapists. Shut up, phone. Hinkey is now facing 3 charges of rape from women who allege that Matt sexually assaulted them. Just couldn't have been better lined up, that, could it? Oh yes, Devin Faraci. Now this is a good one. Just to preempt it a little, Devin Faraci is annoyed because he grabbed some woman's pussy, and after accusing Gamergate and Trump and everyone else on the face of the earth of being the terrible person he was, the woman came along and said, "Hey, didn't you do exactly that to me, though?" So yeah, he says, arguing with these Gamergate people has been eye-opening. A lot of these kids are simply ignorant. They don't understand the world, and that includes everything from how gaming websites work to how people interact as adult sexual humans. Yeah, come on, tell us more, Devin. They're outsiders, losers, weirdos, and freaks. And most of them aren't just male, they're white males. The worst kind of male, Devin. They do it just because they have been raised in a world where women are not humans but prizes, so they can't see them as individuals. What kind of fucking thing to say is that? Do you honestly think gamers think women are actually prizes? So yes, Faraci was angry because Donald Trump bragged about groping women and grabbing them by the pussy. Faraci's condemnation was widely retweeted, but one woman took issue with his statements under the handle Space Crone. Quick question, do you remember grabbing me by the pussy and then bragging to your friends about it? Telling them to smell your fingers? And Faraci grovelled because, well, he probably did do this, let's be honest. I can only believe you and beg forgiveness for having been so vile. There isn't even any defence, is there, Devin? You can't even turn around and say, well, no, I didn't do that. You've got no proof that I did that. So we're going to assume I'm innocent? Because everything about your ideology is listen and believe. So if a woman says it, it's true, and now you're fucked. So then you have Robert Marmolejo. Robert was a member of Zoe Quinn's Crash Override Network, which was intended to fight against Gamergate and other form of online harassment. In reality, the members of this group harassed more people than they were supposedly fighting against. Roberts, who commented on Gamergate last year saying, "We need to take action against Gamergate and the ideology that spawned it," has been accused of rape by at least 20 women. Oh, fucking hell, Robert. That's a good number. That's a high. I mean, you've really been putting in the effort. If anyone's perpetuating online misogyny, it's nice to see that they're doing it to the very limits of their ability. Then you have this guy. Now, I remember this guy, Jamie Kilstein. That face is unforgettable. So, he's a stand-up comic who accused Gamergate of being about sexism instead of ethics and journalism. And you can see here, it's about sexism, not ethics and journalism, and rich people are ruining everything. Okay. Jamie was booted from his podcast last month after several claims of him sexually abusing women were brought forward. Why are these beta cucks always out abusing women? Why are they doing this? Why can't they fucking stop themselves? So on Monday morning, liberal independent podcast Citizen Radio and its co-host Alison Kilkenny announced that Kilstein would be leaving the programme. Later that day, however, after Kilkenny clarified that Kilstein's departure from the podcast was the result of allegations of him preying upon, manipulating and emotionally abusing women. What a lovely chap. You probably saw Juan M. Thompson in the news recently. He was a former writer for The Intercept who was fired for fabricating and publishing fake stories. Juan wrote an article for The Intercept in 2015 accusing Gamergate of being a hateful group that threatens violence against marginalised groups. Just when did Gamergate do anything of the sort? Of course, he was arrested by the FBI in March 2017 for allegedly making bomb threats against at least 8 Jewish community centres in the US. According to officials, Thompson phoned in and emailed many of the threats under his ex-girlfriend's name within the preceding 2 months in an effort to frame her. He also allegedly made one threat under his own name, under the pretense that his ex-girlfriend was framing him. Flying out, this is getting a bit complicated, isn't it? He had also emailed the Anti-Defamation League in his own name late February, pointing to his ex-girlfriend as the perpetrator of all the bomb threats. What's the matter, Juan? Got a problem with women? And Jews? Kind of seems like you do. Leyland Yee. Now, I don't remember this chap. Leyland is a former Democratic senator of California who made a career out of attacking violent video games and blaming them for youth violence. Oh, right, Asian Jack Thompson. Right, hi Jack. In 2005, after the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas hot coffee mod was unearthed, Yee passed 2 California assembly bills that restricted the sale of mature video games to those under the age of 18 where these games could be advertised. Leyland, who accused gamers of violence against women, was also a big fan of Anita Sarkeesian, whom he described as courageous. She is very courageous. I wouldn't have the balls to stand up and spout some of the crap that she spouts. So let's hear it for Anita's bravery, because if you don't give her one thing, she's not lacking in balls. Mostly because she owns Jonathan McIntosh's. He was sentenced to jail on Wednesday, February 24th, 2016, for 5 years in prison by a federal judge for weapons trafficking. What? Yes, the games are the problem there, Yee. The games are what you really need to worry about. And I hate to hand it to Patton Oswalt, but whoever wrote this article, this is the perfect way to end it. I don't even know what to say more about these male feminists anymore, just this. The male feminist ally turns out to be a creeper / harasser, is the family values politician turns out to be gay for millennials. Never a truer word spoken.